Here we go. First day at turkey scouting. Heading out to meet Dave at one of our public land spots. Go listen for some birds. It's March 31st. Just excited to get out in the woods. So see what we can hear. Here we are. We are in Pennsylvania, as usual. It is March 31st, 2017, and we are listening for some gobblers this morning. We're on public land at one of our spots, and actually pretty close to where I shot my buck. And yeah, just doing some turkey scouting, getting out in the woods. And got out here a little bit later than we wanted to, so we haven't really heard too much, but as always, it's just awesome just to get out in the woods and hear the sounds of spring. It's just nice to hear the sounds of spring. We've had a crazy winter. Crazy meaning 75 to 11 degrees in like 2 days, on and off. It was a roller coaster. We didn't get much snow. So, what does that mean for hunting? Well, especially for whitetails, it's going to be probably a good year for fawns, because we didn't have a rough winter, so you're probably going to get a lot of yearlings out next year, so it's a good thing. Deer population's up. We'll be up next year, probably. Yeah, we're just excited for turkey, and we're just excited to be out here and doing a little bit of scouting, trying to set up some spots. The goal this year is, number one, to get our friend Aiden, who we're taking on a hunt on the 22nd for that youth hunt. We're going to take him out, and hopefully we're going to get him a turkey, and then hopefully Dave and I will. Dave's getting married in May, so it's going to be a couple weeks there where he won't be able to hunt, but we're going to make the best of it, and pretty confident we're going to kill at least 2 birds this year with our bows. So
we're just heading back in the woods here. We haven't really heard any gobbles this morning yet, but we're definitely around here. Something that's really important, especially now, we're probably a month away from turkey season, is to start practice your calling. That's really important, especially if you're going to be hunting public land at all, or birds that are getting any type of pressure. They will get call shy, and you need to be sounding better than everyone else out there. You know, if you want to have a chance to kill those birds. And for us, you know, we're going on this youth hunt. We really want to practice so that we can call on a bird for Aiden. So now's the time. It takes time to practice. It takes time to get back in the groove. You can always get better. Another thing too, especially on land that's being pressured by people, there's a lot of birds are hearing different types of calls all the time. You know, you don't need to call a ton either. You can do a little calling, get their attention, and kind of let the birds do their thing. That seems to work a little bit better on public land sometimes. Now, on other spots where there's private land where people are hunting, you can call a little bit more, but out here, like a public land spot, you know, hit a couple calls and let the birds kind of do their thing, because the more you call, the better chance that they're going to realize that, you know, this isn't a bird, or this sounds like, you know, another guy that was calling last week. So, just a couple things to remember as we're getting ready for turkey season here. It's time to break out those calls. If you're looking for a good call, Mouthy Maynard calls. We'll get the job done for sure.
So the other thing, Dave, I was thinking about, you're talking about calling. I mean, as you know, I've tried all kinds of stuff. I'm by no means a great mouth caller, but I have found more success with the mouth call. I think I like mouth calls. I like diaphragm calls a little better just because they're versatile. So like when you're use the term running gunning, or you're drawing your bow back or something like that. I mean, you have a mouth call and you can still call up until you don't need to anymore. But yeah, so and mouth calls, you're talking about like public land. I think you'll hear a lot of guys say, and I know it from experience, like Dave said, the less, the better sometimes. And the more diverse you can be with your calling on public land, because these birds have heard everything. But to be honest, they've heard the usual, the same pattern of calling, because most guys can just call, that one pattern that everybody has heard, So mix it up a little bit when you're practicing, and don't be afraid to change it up. Have like 3-4 different mouth calls. And if one's not working, oftentimes you can get a bird to gobble on a different call. Like, just pull your call out if it's not working, and you know that there's birds here. Especially, during that kind of lull when it's like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and you're walking around trying to get a bird fired up. Just try everything you possibly can. Sometimes, pull a slate call out or something and hit that a little bit. Sometimes it's literally just the pitch, and they're gobblers are finicky. Like, they'll respond to some calls and not to others. And then change like your loudness too, so your ups and downs. A bird can hear a lot more than you think they can, as far as like how far out, and they will pinpoint you. I had a bird last year actually in here that I thought I knew where he was, and I set the decoys up and I sat down, and I was actually still setting up kind of, and I was getting ready to call a little bit. He gobbled, and he literally was in the tree above me. At that point, if I would have called, he knew exactly where I was. I never saw him. He pitched off, and I never saw him. I think I was too close, obviously, but yeah, you got to practice your calls.
The turkey?
No. Dude. What is it?
I don't know.
Albino turkey?
Yeah. They're in here. How does it smell like? Turkey?
No, you know what it smells like? Feather.
Gotta be it then.
It smells like the woods. It's probably synthetic. It's probably not even real. It probably came off of like a hiker's backpack. Maybe somebody was camping out here and it was part of their pillow. It's like a down feather. I think we're on the turkey sale. No doubt.